What's up, players? It's your homie C-Rod, and today what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be helping you guys, have an idea of what decks you potentially want to build, and I'm gonna be going over all the leaders that you could potentially build the deck around, and I'm gonna be numbering them based on ranking how I feel on the leader and how good I feel the leader is. So let's get straight into it. I'm gonna put the number 10 spot to Son Goku. The reason I'm gonna give it to Son Goku is because I feel the leader's kind of bland on his unawakened side. All he does is attacks the leader and you draw a card. That's pretty much it. And then on his awakened side, Kaioken, looking pretty darn sick in my opinion. He's alright. He has a permanent that hinders him, and you cannot, pretty much overwhelm. You cannot send cards from the drop to the warp, which kind of sucks because you're not going to be able to play those black cards that, help and aid some certain decks for the extra pressure. But he does have a cool burst 7 ability, an auto that you get 7 cards from the top of your deck, put them in the drop area, and then you're able to stop an attack from happening. Combine this with the super rare Kaioken Goku card. This leader and that card are going to be going hand in hand because that SR requires you to have 20 in the drop in order to get that super rare to go off. So that is number 10. Now let's go on to number 9, and I'm gonna have to give it to Khalifa and Kale, the fused Kefla. The reason I'm gonna give this number 9 is because she's alright. She's pretty good actually. Her activate main ability allows you to bring out Khalifa and a Kale from your hand onto the field, allowing you to fuse to the super rare Kefla with very, very much ease, if that makes sense. So that's going to be good, but the reason I'm putting her at number 9 is because when you awaken, all you do is just draw a card, and that's it. And then her awakened side isn't even that cool. All she does is just give 5k boost to Universe 6 and herself. It's whatever. It's a good leader, but by no means I feel that's gonna be my go-to leader. So that is number 9. So number 8, I'm gonna have to give it to the homeboy Raddatz. Raddatz is a very, very, very good leader. He is the almighty hand destruction, the almighty hand control, I feel. Because every time he attacks, he sends a card from your opponent's hand to the warp. Meaning it's kind of like removing a card from your opponent's hand every single time he attacks. And he picks up the top 5 and adds a Nappa or a Vegeta on his unawakened side. So this guy is pretty darn good. And when he awakens, you become pretty much the same thing. He attacks, your opponent warps a card, and he gives power boost to red and green cards on the field. So that's number 8. Number 7, I'm gonna have to give it to Goku Black and Zamasu. This leader is awesome. They finally brought more support for this, Goku Black arc, and I am excited. He searches out Goku Black's and Zamasu's on his own awakened side, and his awakened side, what makes this leader so good, why I put him at number 7, is because if your opponent has 8 or more energies, you automatically could take 4 of your opponent's life away, and that is freaking insane. And some of you are like, how am I ever gonna get my opponent to get to 8 lives? Well, the Zamasu cards revolve around spamming energy onto your opponent's side and onto your side, and combine that with the super rare fused Zamasu. This leader is going to be definitely a very good leader. So let's move on to number 6 now, and it's going to have to go to Son Gohan. Son Gohan is a very powerful leader. I think he might be one of the best leaders actually. What he does on awaken, you pick up a life, your opponent picks up a life as well. So he deals damage without even attacking. And then when he awakens, he's even more crazy. He draws 2 cards when he awakens, and then he has a bunch of abilities. He has that auto that whenever one of your cards activates Alliance, you get to blow up one of your opponent's battle cards on the field that's 30k or less. That ability right there is freaking crazy good. And combine that with his activate main as well. Drop 3 cards from your hand, give 10k boost power to this leader and all your red and green cards on the field, going for 1 final hit. This guy definitely deserves the number 6 spot. So getting back into it, the number 5 spot is gonna have to go to the homeboy Hit, the time skipping Hit. Hit is such a good leader, man. What he does is he pretty much self-awakens. He has the ability to strike a life on his own and pick up a life, add it to his hand, and then every time you do that unawakened side, you get to bring out a Universe 6 member from your hand that's a 1 cost, allowing you to bring out, the Khalifa and the Kale, and in order to use the super rare Khalifa and Kale to, evolve on top of by comboing out, and combine this with, Champa and Vados super rare as well. Man, hit's gonna be no joke. And he awakens. On top of that, he also brings out, Khalifas and Kales, and instead of, taking a life now, you just drop a card from your hand to spam out the Khalifas and Kales, or spam out any universe member that you happen to have in your hand. That's time skipping hit for you right there. And then going on to number 4, I'm gonna have to give it a Broly. I'm a little biased here. I love Broly, right? Broly is an amazing character, so I'm a huge fan of Broly, but the deck is good as well. So he has critical just on his unawakened side. That's insane. He's a critical, always attacking, and he also brings out that extra card, Dormant's Legend, I think that's what it's called, onto the field as soon as you just play it on your leader area. As soon as you start the game, you get an extra card, and that extra card allows you to bring out that super rare Broly, which is very, very good as well. And then he also has an awakening card, Broly, that allows him to awaken just in case, you get stalled out on your unawakened side. But he awakens into this beast, and when he's awakened, he pops a 10k power or less, just like that. And there's a lot of red cards that decrease power onto your opponent's battle cards, so you could drop them down to 10 and then blow them up with this Broly leader. This guy is amazing. So moving on to number 3, I'm gonna have to give it to, the starter deck, King Vegeta. The reason I'm giving it to King Vegeta is because that starter deck is going to be so good. What it allows you to do is, you get to not only self-awaken, you get to search for Saiyan cards, and it's an all-around good Saiyan type of deck, revolving around, multicolors as well. And combine that with, the field card, the Planet Vegeta. It's also very, very, very useful. This King Vegeta is going to be very good, and then he also gains a double strike and a 5k boost power. This starter deck, you're definitely going to want to get. That starter deck, I'm going to put him in number 3. So putting him in number 2 spot is it's going to be Goku and Vegeta. The reason I'm adding these guys is because these guys, I'm a little biased. I love Vegeta. What this guy does is the same thing as, Khalifa and Kale. You spam out Goku and Vegeta from your hand onto the field, and then why is that good? Well, you get to fuse for 4 energies. Turn 4, technically, you can bring out the super rare Vegeta that when he attacks, you combo your energy, and your leader, when he's awakened, when you combo your energy using one of your battle card skill, which is the SR Vegeta, you get to pretty much put all your opponent's cards in rest mode, and they cannot be switched to active mode, and until it's, your opponent's next turn, and that's gonna suck a lot. And then that Vegeta brings out the Trunks super rare, which just is too much pressure, and then your opponent's just gonna be able to try to, kill you with just 1 energy. So yeah, that is the next spot. And the final spot, I'm gonna have to give it to the other starter deck, the Kaba. I've played against this Kaba. Somebody played this Kaba with me, and he completely obliterated me. That Kaba is the ideal way to play the Universe 6 cards. You're able to play Vegeta and only Universe 6 cards in that deck, but that's all you need. There's some pretty good Vegeta SRs out there, and combine that with, the super rare Khalifa, the super rare Kale, and the super rare Vados and Champa. That deck just swarms the field, put things to rest mode, and just completely obliterates. So that's gonna be the end of the video. Hopefully you guys like this type of video, and those are the list that I have of my ranking of the new Assaults of the Saiyans. Expect deck profiles, expect battles, and like we always say, y'all stay super.